Captain's log start date today. Okay guys, as you guys know, we just came back from our Mission Canada 2 trip, the Wrath of Ticonderoga, and it did live up to its name, the Wrath of Ticonderoga. We're going to get into that. I took a lot of footage from the whole entire trip, and I wanted to share it with you guys in this Captain's log. And as you guys know, if you've been following me, I haven't been myself lately, especially even before the trip started. I wasn't myself. And if you watch some of the videos that are going to be coming out, or that have come out already, I'm very snippy and grumpy in a lot of them, and I apologize for that. Like I said, I just haven't been feeling myself lately, and I apologize to Samuel as well, because I might have been a little bit snippy with him a few times while he was here, and I feel bad about that, but I don't know why that's the case. I'm still not feeling myself 100%. Feeling a little bit better yesterday and today, and that's why this Captain's log is so late. But I wanted to share with you guys the entire trip in little segments that I filmed during the whole thing, kind of a summary of what happened. We had some fantastic stuff that we did, and some bonus material as well that you guys weren't expecting that we were doing as part of our secret project that we did before we went to Ticonderoga. So I'm going to share some of that with you guys now, and you guys can see what's going on. If I appear snippy in any of the clips, I apologize. Yeah, I apologize. We had a great time, a lot done. It wasn't all smiles and sunshine. There were a few things that went wrong, a few snags, hence why I called it the Wrath of Ticonderoga, living up to its name. But we'll get into that as the video progresses. I'm going to jump in occasionally between clips to kind of fill you in on what happened or what's going to happen in the upcoming clips that are coming up. This is going to be a longer Captain's log, so I apologize, but if you guys really wanted to follow our trip and see what happened, this is going to be perfect for you guys. So with all that being said, I still don't want to film this. I'm still not in the best of moods. I'm still not in the right place. I need to take more time for myself. Kind of sick of the name Trekyards right now, to be honest, but that goes with the flow. I just need to take a break, but I wanted to get this Captain's log done and out there for you guys so that you guys could see it and know exactly what happened. So let's start with day one, and that would be going to the airport. Hey guys, Captain Foley here. I'm at Toronto International Airport waiting to pick up Samuel. His flight's been delayed by about half an hour? 20 minutes. So I'm just going to get something to eat. I'm actually here 40 minutes early, so Sylvia's here as well. So yeah, he should be here eventually, I hope, and we'll film the arrival. It'll be amazing for all you guys, right?
Yes.
There you go. So guys, while waiting for Samuel, feeling a little bit peckish, so thought we'd get something to eat, and of course we got to eat at Tim Hortons. Because it's Canadian. So, gotta love Canadaville. Gotta get Tim Hortons, I'm just saying. So the things you'll see in a Canadian airport. There's a guy here, a driver, with a sign for Rick Mercer. Now, if you don't know who Rick Mercer is, chances are you're not a Canadian. So just sitting here waiting for Samuel, I happened to glance up and look way up on the ceiling, a Hello Kitty balloon. I wish I had a BB gun. There he is, right there. Paparazzi, can I get your autograph, sir?
Yes. How's it going? $1,000,000. Give me a hug on camera.
Hugs.
Hi, buddy.
On camera hugs.
Lean over the...
Yeah.
Hi, Samuel.
That's the last board I'll have, so I've got to enjoy it while I last.
So that was the airport segment. Nothing spectacular, but I mean, it kind of gives you a vibe of what's going on with the trip. Next up was our first stop on our tour. We actually went to Pennsylvania. It was about eight-hour drive from my house, same as Ticonderoga. But the reason we went to Pennsylvania was a few years ago I got the opportunity to meet a gentleman by the name of Ken Palco. Now, Ken is a expert prop maker. He works for big blockbuster movies. He's worked on Deadpool. He's worked on Battlestar Galactica, the new series. Worked on a whole bunch of films. He's actually currently working on. Well, I guess I can't really say what he's working on right now. I can. He's working on Deadpool 2 and the new X-Men movie that's coming out. So we just started those. But we thought we'd go down there. We wanted to do a spin-off show called Trekyards Armory. Ken Palco actually does, like I said, he builds props, but he specializes in weapons. So we want to do a show talking about the weapons that he's worked on, some of the modifications. He actually uses real firearms, converts them to blanks, and then adds different add-ons. He's worked on shows like Almost Human, Battlestar Galactica, like I said. A few shows that are coming out, one called Altered Carbon. So he makes swords, weapons, guns, things like that. So he even worked on Star Trek. It was Star Trek Beyond. No. Yeah, Star Trek Beyond, but also Star Trek Into Darkness. He didn't design the phasers for the first 2009 Star Trek, but he did redesign the phasers for the Star Trek Into Darkness, which we actually do. We filmed quite a few episodes of this new show, Trekyards Armory, which will be coming out eventually. And one of them was about the phaser specifically. He actually did some fantastic detail and stuff for that. So that's something I think you guys really enjoy. But anyway, we went to Ken's and hung out with him for a little bit. Got to do some shooting. Also got a ride in his Hummer. He has an military Hummer, which is fantastic. So we got some footage of that and some of our shooting and stuff. So we're going to share that with you guys now. It was a fun time. I've shot guns many times. My dad's a gun collector. I've grown up with guns my entire life. Samuel has never actually fired a real gun until this trip, and he was actually very good. His first couple shots, within like 4 shots, he hit the bullseye like right on. He was very, very accurate. So something to be said for beginner's luck, who knows. But it was a fun time, and again, hope you guys enjoy this footage of us, getting to fire some firearms, which is really fun. And look forward to the Trekyards Armory thing, because Ken's a great guy, fantastic guy, and really good at storytelling, and one of the best prop makers in he's an independent prop maker. He's one of the last 2 left, I believe he said, and so he does independent work for a lot of major films and stuff. You can check out his filmography on IMDb and see everything he's worked on, but he's got some fantastic stuff, and he was showing us stuff the whole time we were there. It was such a great experience to hang out with him and to go around his shop and see all the stuff he's worked on and get a peek at some of the fantastic stuff. So anyway, here we go. This is after we met him. We went out for supper, and then we got to do some shooting the following day, and it was fantastic fun. So let's get into that footage. Hey guys, so day 2 of our trip officially, and yeah, already it seems like we've been gone longer, but
Yes.
Anyway.
Panda 2.
so we've got these amazing set pieces here. These are amazing, eh? They've done-
Original prop cardboard from
World
Blade
War-
Runner and
Yes.
Star Wars.
No.
No?
No. We're out today with Ken Pellico, and we're doing some shooting, shooting a few rifles and guns. He does science fiction props and stuff, but we don't have any of those to fire, unfortunately, but we'll be looking at those separately.
Although, as we know, all science fiction shows, I mean, science fiction is such a broad spectrum. You have obviously the Star Wars in the future, well, the past, I suppose, to do the Star Trek. But also you have the Stargates that are science fiction, but these real-world weapons. So we are testing, I guess, supposedly testing, real-world, yet using science fiction weapons.
Let's walk over here. We'll just say hi to Ken real quick. He's just loading up some clips for us.
And obviously, it is worth saying that this is my very first time firing anything, so I'm excited to learn.
Not my first time. I just fired some at the beginning of the month, actually. But
Well, lucky you.
and yeah, my dad collects guns. So anyway, here's Ken doing his thing.
Prop master.
Prop-
Armourer.
Prop master. Yes.
Prop maker. Prop maker.
Prop maker.
Maker master and...
Master maker. And how American. We've got the Hummer here. So yeah. So anyway, we're gonna do some shooting. See how good Samuel's accuracy is.
I'm interested.
If he's as good as he thinks he is.
I mean,
Who's better, the Brit or the Canadian? Well, the American is the answer. But
So the one that's lived it, the one with experience, or the English? So the original, the one that started you all, let's see if we're the best.
yes, let's
Yes.
see. Anyway,
First things first, finger off the trigger at all times. Only time it's, and you'll subconsciously do it if you're not used to being around firearms. So always keep your finger off that trigger because it's so easy to pop around. And next thing is when there's a clip in here at all times, it must face down range. So don't, swing the gun around, hey, hey world, and then the gun's facing over in this direction, okay? It's common sense stuff, but you'd be surprised what hillbillies, other Americans, do at ranges. What I'll do is I'll load the gun up for you, I'll charge it, and I'll put it on safe. Pretty easy. It's just like your airsoft guns. Pictorials, safe, semi, full auto. What recoil to expect on this? Not much on the PDW. You'll get some recoil, but not very much. It's more like, that's about it.
Okay.
So we'll start with this, and if you get a jam, and you'll get a jam because you'll have a round or something here, or you pull the trigger and nothing happens. If you pull the trigger and nothing happens, do not move the weapon away from downrange because it could be a bad round from the manufacturer. The primer didn't set it off, and it could be a slow cook-off. Could take 5 seconds and then pop, it goes off.
Wow.
So keep it downrange, and then I'll take the weapon and I'll clear it and stuff for you, okay? All right. So the way you want to hold this is, some guys like to hold it here. I don't.
No.
I always come up in here, and some guys, you'll see the guys that are new, they'll have the chicken wing. Don't do that. Keep it tucked in nice and tight.
Yeah, my gut would then have it further out.
And yeah, you don't want to like this. And I always put my hand in here, right in front of the magazine, because it feels more controllable for me than up in here. You get a better aim like this and tucking it in. So if you want to.
Will the magazine get warm as it starts feeding through?
No, this will get warm, but you're not gonna. This particular weapon won't get too hot.
Yes, that if you're not doing that then.
And like I said, you want to tuck it in as much as you can. That's actually, yeah, like that. That's really how you should keep it.
Because that's how you sort of see it in other things, but you're obviously losing all that
I don't know
power.
why people do that, but
It's a tap, isn't it? That's
yeah,
slightly-
until you get used, because if you never fired a weapon, the last thing I want is this to go over at the house, and we don't need that.
Yeah.
See how much? Not much.
Right, as loud as it is on film, I'll say that. Okay. Yeah. But you put back on safety, isn't it?
It's on safety. First click is going to be semi.
Yeah.
And there's a round in it, so.
Should I be aiming like that or just go native? and
Oh,
just go
also with this here,
Yeah.
actually, let me take this real quick from you. Let me show you something.
There's not much of a bullet drop, is there, at that distance?
I want to show you something.
Kind of for your personal archive, this one.
Yeah. Like I'm quietly confident. I'm kind of like,
You'll be surprised how loud they are. They're not like on TV, like you said.
no, yeah. No. See, my dad gave me a blank firing when I was like 12, and I was really timid of it. Even though I thought I'd be confident, so I'm trying to like go into this one with a confidence.
Oh.
So yeah, definitely louder than I thought it was going to be. And I've heard videos on YouTube, but it's not the same. Obviously, I'm not getting that same.
All right, here.
Yeah.
I'll show you what
Anything.
we want.
Yeah.
I'll use this one because this is the crappy target. All right, so what you got here, the rectile, you got a circle, right? Okay. Then you've got this little stem right here. All right. Now back here, you've got something that looks like this. What you want to do is the top of this should be even with the top of that. There should be even space on either side of this. So basically, it looks like this. Okay? And the bullet will actually be right here.
Oh wow.
So, that's where it's going to hit, and
Yeah.
there.
Can you draw me a target things whenever I'm...
Yeah, wherever you want, whichever one of these you want, use, and
This
then,
one, this one.
okay.
How much should I push back into my shoulder?
I always pull in myself, and you don't have to go really tight. You'll see after the first round. So fire 1 or 2 semi-auto
Okay.
until you get comfortable with it.
Ready then?
Huh?
Ready then?
Yeah, good.
That alright?
Yeah. Little secret. Tip of your finger, not there. Put it right there. Don't jerk it or pull it. Squeeze it until it goes off and see how accurate you can get now. And don't anticipate it. Just keep squeezing until it goes off itself. There you go.
Oh wow.
That was $50, please. Do you see what little bit of technique? Where did the round go? Dead fucking center. Okay. Not that I know what I'm doing or anything, but
Stuart, I shot it.
Yes, you did.
I got five damage or 4 damage?
Hold on. I'm going to walk down range. Is
Okay.
that okay, Ken?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you had 2 in there.
So first 5, 2 in the bullseye and 3 around it.
I dare you to try that with a 44 mag, though.
Well, there you go. So I'm pretty pleased with that. Let's try full auto and see if I can.
That's
Shred
pretty
it, I
good for a
suppose?
first timer,
It
yeah.
is, yeah. Very good. Awesome job.
Thank you.
Very good.
Huh?
Very good.
So review.
You hold it here, you said?
You can hold it there or there, whatever you're more comfortable with. I like it there because I feel I have more control over it,
Okay.
but
actually go full auto now?
You can. Sammy, target. Better.
You're a better shot than I am.
Do you want to take us up and show?
Sure. No, I mean, don't.
Well, yeah, okay.
Don't point your dick in that.
See, I was confused because you swapped targets like after a couple of shots.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. I killed him.
Oh yeah.
Getting the target though, so congrats on that one.
Thank you. How did it feel? What was that compared to other ones you shot?
I've never done full auto, so
Ever for anything?
no.
So how do you feel about that? Like, how was it?
Good. A little bit worse than I anticipated, but
Yeah. And you close your eyes a bit when you shoot.
Yeah, don't do that.
Try not to.
Try burping it now.
Yeah, that's a bit more. Oh. That was dramatically
you
more.
did.
Close my eyes on that. You can't just the force. Maybe close your eyes.
It's like a 44 Magnum or a
Yeah.
357.
I mean, you can see the
Hurts your
pattern.
hand.
It's not bad,
That's good.
but I mean, I was aiming front and center, so either the sights are off or I'm just seeing slightly wonky. Because I mean, that is consistently, I'm just not aiming properly. But yeah, again, pretty. Are these bullets? Yeah, those bullets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, different. I mean, that was different. I wouldn't. I like the G3. I wouldn't want to shoot that. You know, because I had to close my eyes. That's a training. You've got to train on that. And a bit shaky as well.
Yeah.
More force. Like more force.
I'm right here, dude.
So Stuart, we're on the G36C.
Yes.
You ready?
Oh, absolutely.
Safety.
powerful.
Thoughts?
You did. I prefer the single shot for sure. God, you see? Spreading them.
Well, how's that compared to the HK? Well, MP5, sorry.
Well, a lot more powerful.
Yeah. How was your eyes closing?
I didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah?
Dude.
So is that which one you take to battle then?
The first one, for
Yeah.
sure.
Are you going to try actually hit one of the targets to see? Just
I'm just gonna make sure I don't go into the neighbor's house here. I want to see if I can get that flame.
Okay.
And that's how it's really done, folks.
So that was the whole mag.
That was the whole mag.
Nice.
Nope, didn't see.
Semis, 1 round. That 2 is full auto. And when you're ready, again, here's the best way to hold it. And this is just me, but cradle, wrap, thumb. You want to point your thumbs forward like you're, hey, you, pointing at them. This one over top of the other. I ride the slide, and that's a good hand. For you, it'd be better if you stand like this for a first timer. Whatever's comfortable, but once you go full auto, keep in mind,
I don't need full. I'm not going
concentrate on this.
I'm not even going to try full. No. Okay. So my instinctive stance would be this. How I hold guns, do I do it as part of-
Yeah, don't do that.
No, okay.
So
you like that?
get a good grip on it with the one hand.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then come in like that.
Yep.
Pivot forward with this and this on top. So you want to bring your hand back. Keep this up. Bring this section back up in here. Yeah, I know it's uncomfortable.
Oh, okay.
Ride the slide and that over top, and there you go. There's your stick. That's your hand.
Okay. Everyone ready?
Yep.
And this is a Glock 19.
Glock 18.
18. Okay.
Yeah, Melissa don't like that one.
Let's see how well you did.
I have no idea how I done that one. Less well.
All the ones that aren't.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, size shoot up.
Yeah.
Well, still.
It's not an accurate weapon.
If I do, I don't know if I will be.
Good luck, Stuart.
Thanks, man.
Down.
That's interesting with a handgun. Never tried full auto with a handgun, that's for sure.
How was it?
Not too bad, actually. Wow, I didn't do as well as I thought I did. I was aiming for that.
And remember your wrist, and you'll be fine.
Full auto attempt. Ooh, pop out. Okay, so pull that back,
Yep.
forward, pull that forward.
Yep, that looks good. And then come down on your selector because it's in semi. Yep.
Yep. Should I squeeze the whole mag off?
You can just remember where the rounds are going. If it seems like it starts rising, let off on the trigger right away.
Okay. I don't know. Yeah, that was happening.
Yeah.
One got jammed.
Yeah, the reason, why do you think that happened is because you're not fully squeezing the trigger. You're anticipating it.
Oh, okay.
You're like half triggering it, so you're trying to release the trigger before the fire pin's even there, and
I was trying to.
don't anticipate it, because that little bit of anticipation and not fully committing, that actually will affect the round.
You just want me to squeeze them?
Yeah, well, no, when you're doing a burst, you want to make sure that trigger's all the way back. Don't keep it forward. Don't do this.
Right.
Keep it fully back, let it go. Fully back, let it
Right,
go.
okay.
There are some rifles, some of my other full autos, where if you don't keep that trigger all the way back and you let off on it a little bit, it kind of affects the, it's not the ammo. It's not a
Right.
feed issue either.
Okay.
Even though some people may think that. You did it again.
I thought I did that at times.
It's hitting low, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
So guys, it's like 2 hours later.
Wow, that went quick.
Yeah, we each shot a twig.
We
Thanks,
did.
thanks to Kenny's advice.
Hell of a teacher. Should open a school.
You should. Absolutely.
Yeah. So Stuart, closing thoughts. We fired 3 different pieces.
I'm not a fan of full auto, to be honest. I prefer more of the, single shot, sniper-ish. Not sniper, but you know what I mean.
He's trying to brag. Wants to be a sniper, don't you?
No, I don't. I hate snipers in games. Awful.
Yeah, I mean, my first time shooting, was expecting, also not. Each gun is distinctly different. Full auto on the Glock is unruly, but the D3 is way more kick than I thought it was going to be. But the MP5-ish, I think it's K, just sort of what I wanted. That's the sort of perfect amount of kick.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, it was a fun time. So
Yeah.
Thank you, Kenny, for bringing us out.
Thank
It was
you.
awesome. And
More videos to come.
absolutely, we'll see you soon. So guys, that was the shooting. It was really fun. Ken is fantastic. He's a great guy, and we learned so much. We actually both, as we said at the last part there, we actually each shot a twig. Ken, cleared off some branches of some twigs that were lined up, and he shot one, and then he let us each get one. I got it in, I think, the 5th shot. Samuel was probably 6th or 7th, but using his technique, he told us to focus on the target. Once you got the target in sight, then you blur out the target and focus on the front sight and then fire. And we each shot a twig, which was fantastic. So unfortunately we didn't record that part, but it's something that happened. That was the first day that I actually realized that I was actually not myself and kind of suffering from something, because I wasn't myself that day. I don't know how to describe it. I was kind of getting shell shocked from the gun, and it was odd for me, because like I said, at the beginning of June at Wonderfest, we went to Knob Creek gun range and fired quite a few as well. I do that every year when I go to Wonderfest. and I've never really experienced that before. Just that time it was very. I wasn't doing as well as I could have, I guess. Not making excuses. It's just the way it was. The first day I realized there was a problem. So that was fantastic. And kudos to Samuel. He did a fantastic job on those first time firing a gun. But there is something to be said for beginner's luck. But I really give him credit. He did fantastic. So anyway, we're going to go through and look at a few more things we did with Ken. Just kind of quick little teases of what's to come. And then I'm going to do me and Samuel, when we got back, we did a mission debriefing, talking about the entire trip. I'm going to put that in so you guys can see what we said, and then we're going to do the Ticonderoga stuff, because it all kind of leads into the Ticonderoga, Wrath of Ticonderoga debacle. So anyway, guys, there's a little bit more at Ken's, so we're going to go through that right now, and so you can see exactly, get some teases of what's to come.
So guys, it's a little loud and we apologize, but there was a 10% chance of rain today.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are there monsoons in this part of the country? Stuart, 10% chance.
10% chance of rain.
Guys,
It's this asshole who
I'm
brings it with him.
sorry. It happened in England, it happened in Canada. There's also thunder. Holy shit.
There's my Decepticons rained on, but yeah, 10% chance of rain. Do that. So, guys, we are in the car with Ken Palico. There's Samuel back there. It's a Porsche Carrera S. Yes?
So I'm told.
Yes. And the seats look like up far, so I'm kind of cramped. Samuel's super cramped back there.
This is not built for a 6-foot person. These guys are small.
Yeah, I just moved it up a bit more. But yeah, so we are on our way to FedEx to get these swords for Ryan Reynolds shipped out to have what process done on them, Ken?
I'm using a UV printer to print patterns on the aluminum, so that I can input acid wherever so basically it's a process where you use a UV printer, I print a pattern on aluminum. Wherever the ink is not on the aluminum, I throw acid on there, and it will eat away at the aluminum and etch it. After I'm done, I get the desired depth. I take Scotch-Brite and I take off that ink, and now I'm left with the etched pattern. So basically having the blades, this pattern printed on there, and we've got Samuel in the fucking back complaining because his back hurts.
It's a tight fit back there, to be honest. And I'm claustrophobic, so I'm kind of like cramped up here too. So I'm complaining too.
Uncomfortable.
Well, you're the driver, man.
And you're smaller than us.
Once this box is out, it should be a lot better, hopefully. Because it's like not resting on my shoulder, and then I'm holding it up, and... Ken, why do we take the Hummer for this one?
Because it may rain again.
10%, Ken, 10%.
Yeah, it was 10% earlier, and then how much came down?
The 10% already happened.
That wasn't 10%, that was
At least 10% Niagara Falls came down.
Oh, clever.
Thank you, Stuart.
How you doing back there, buddy?
Better now. I mean, I've moved. It's totally unsafe, so don't show this to anyone. But I've got some more headroom because I'm literally taller than the ceiling. So, and I have no leg room, so I'm using both seats as leg room right now, vertically, and I'm also taller than the car in sideways as well, or width-wise, I guess. So this is not a big car. But hey, it's a Porsche.
All right, so we're contributing to Deadpool 2 in some small way, small, cramped,
I like Deadpool.
uncomfortable way.
Do you like Deadpool?
I love Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds is awesome. So is
Yeah.
Ken. So is Trekyards and Fleetyards and Grant Calkins back there.
Hey.
Anyway, this is an adventure, so we're on it. So guys, we made it safely to the FedEx store. Ken is inside shipping those off, and
A legendary prop maker. Pleasure to meet him. I know you've met him before.
yeah,
Learned a lot. He keeps telling us and showing us things. It's really interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
got great stories.
Yep.
Fantastic guy. You mean kind of an asshole sometimes, but that's
And
part
he
of his
would
charm.
want you to say that.
That's
as
part of
well.
his charm, yeah.
He would
So here's the
encourage you.
car we were crammed into. Which, if you Carrera SS, very
And for
nice.
Scale.
Or Carrera S, sorry,
This
not.
will be standing up next to it for scale. This is how much bigger I am than it for scale. Not a big car.
So yeah, not very great for taking a few people to, and some shipping packages. Not looking forward to the ride back personally, but
I'm literally like this, with my neck like this. That's the only way I can sit in the back.
I think you'll have more room now with the seat folded up.
No, it was fine. No, it didn't make any difference. It's
Oh.
it's the angles that you can't do. Because my head goes.
Well, maybe I'll
into
just sit in the back then.
I think it'd be worse for you maybe. Because I need more leg room than you, so I'd have to push it back way further.
Well, yeah, my legs are cramped up because I have the seat pushed forward. So
Yeah.
I don't think you could sit in there.
That's what I mean. I'd have to have it way further back.
And I'm claustrophobic, so being crammed in there, even for this drive here in the front seat, was awful. Back
Yeah.
would be worse.
The
You-
small horrors of Mission
He,
Canada.
he could open the sunroof though, and you could stick your head out or something.
The giraffe maneuver.
The things we do for you guys.
I'm so tall.
We ride in Porsches uncomfortably for you
It
guys.
should be amazing. It's really bright, too.
It is. Oh, we should turn this way. There we go. Where'd you
Stuart
go?
is smart. He makes things go. So we're doing the rest of the day. We're filming. Yeah, we've got a lot of things planned. Because Ken,
We've got a lot done. We got a lot, but we still have a lot planned.
Well, because Ken is obviously he's working. It's amazing he's giving us time. I mean, learning more and more of these stories. He's such a professional, such an expert craftsman.
Yeah.
So to give us the time he has, obviously he has to work sort of during the day. Instead of done a big chunk of time, a bit more later on. But we're going to sort of get him for the evening time, I think.
Yeah.
And that's really excited to see what we can get
Yeah.
done.
So when we're done here, we're heading back to his place,
Mhm.
meeting up with his fiance. Then we're going out for supper.
Yep.
And then we're heading back, and we're going to be filming a few more things with him.
Yes.
Some small little bite-sized vignette things, talking about specific props that he has, and learning about those. So this should be fun.
It should be fun.
He's tired. We got to buy him caffeine, apparently.
Well, waking up at 9. What do you expect?
That's not early.
But it is.
Not for this trip.
Wanna go
Not
to
for this
sleep.
trip.
People want to go to sleep at like 9, 10. If I go at 9. And
Anyway.
people work at 10 in the evening. Only with
Like I
caffeine.
said, only till Tuesday. Then you can sleep in when you're at my place. You can sleep in all you want. So we just got to make it to Tuesday. We're going to have a few more early mornings in Ticonderoga.
So that's fine
so
because earlier filming. It's just trying to make me film like a third wave energy. You know, it's difficult.
you'll be fine. Maybe a
I
second.
will be. Well, third wave.
Anyway, guys, so we'll see you guys soon.
A lot of props.
Hopefully the ride back will be better.
Quicker.
But we'll talk to you soon.
A lot of props.
Bye.
Talking about the guy that runs the show and organizes the prop fabricators.
But in this room, you're the master of these props.
Yeah.
So looking at prop today, and I love gun replicas. This is something exciting because at this current time, the show's not even out yet. But you guys have seen the show, and I'm excited to see it in action because what you've talked about seems impressive. But give us a quick rundown of what this is and why is it so special?
Possibly I can alter it and reuse it, or because when we're renting real life fire guns, we recycle those through other shows and other.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the this from Battlestar Galactica originally.
I'll say that. Yeah.
So let's hit that first. It's from Battlestar Galactica. It's the season 1 pistol, and it's been heavily modified for the police department for Bay City for Altered Carbon. He's like, listen, I need a gun for this character, and I want to know if you could. I turned it down. I said, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
When do you need it? When he needed it is when I would be returning. And I kind of turned it down, and I'm like, I wish I could, but I can't. I just don't have the time, and I'm flying in a few hours. So at around 3 a.m. I started getting text messages. Hey, can you at least do like maybe a plastic, just 3D print me this thing up? And at that point, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it for you.
Yeah.
I'll take my laptop with me and work while I am taking my new girlfriend down to Florida. Yeah, that doesn't go very well. So anyways, I did. And I figured when I get back, quick, print the parts out, paint them, overnight them, and I managed to meet their deadline with those
Well done.
printed guns. And I made them a couple extra and stuff. And they were able to get their principal, establish the gun in principle. And then later on they said, hey, can you make us some metal ones? And so this is one of the hero metal guns. And so...
Now you mentioned there's also a laser.
the laser... will sit inside here, and then
Is that a future
run-
laser or a modern day laser?
They didn't ask for a laser. I gave them a laser. Whether they use it or not, hopefully they use it, because these particular lasers, they don't make them anymore. That's my prototype circuit board. Get that. And this is the that's the new one. If you can see the teeth in there, meshes with the teeth on there, and it just drops right in. So now I got that. We'll go in there like that. And that. LED goes in here, and this will slide inside that, like so.
And 3, 2, 1, action.
Hey guys, welcome back to Fleet Yard Armory. Maybe the first Fleet Yard Armory, I don't know. We're going to go with the first one. Anyway, I'm standing here with the amazing Ken Palco, prop maker and amazing talented guy.
Thank you.
Tell us a little about yourself, Ken.
Well,
you do?
I'm a Hollywood prop fabricator, but I also do special effects, primarily weapons, gadgets, things like that.
Boy.
Okay.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Trekyards Treknology. We are here with a very special guest today. Who do we have with us today, Samuel? Because he can't speak for himself.
Oh, I thought you introduced me for a second. Yeah, we have Ken Palco, the prop
Guru.
one and only.
Guru.
That's also, yeah. Well, we have something Trek, we have something cool. A lot of pieces, but boys that come together into something special. And let's say we're going to unknown reaches for us, for fans. We're going into the darkness.
He stole my joke.
Did I really?
No.
Okay.
No. It's just corny. Like
Hey, Ken, how you doing? What are we looking at today?
Pretty good. 2 a.m.
Yeah.
So there you go, guys. Some sneak peeks of the upcoming show, Fleet Yards Armory. We're going to be talking to Ken Palco about some fantastic up-and-coming sci-fi shows, some that have already happened, some great little tidbits and things. I had to whittle some of that down because it was behind-the-scenes footage. I didn't want you hearing a lot of the stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. That's just a sneak peek of what's to come on the Fleet Yards Armory. And it was really fun filming all that. Like the last clip says, it was 2 a.m. at one point when we were filming this. So there was 2 days of filming with him, and we got a lot of great stuff. So looking forward to showing you all of that stuff. It was a fun time. Anyway, now moving on to the kind of crappy part of the trip. We're going to quickly jump to when Samuel and I got back. We did a mission debriefing on this whole thing and kind of explaining what happened. I'm going to insert that now. I apologize for the length of this captain's log, but hopefully you guys are enjoying it. So this is about the Wrath of Ticonderoga, the stuff that happened that really kind of wasn't the best. And anyway, we give a quick summary of the entire trip, and then I'll show you the Ticonderoga footage that we did get and some really cool stuff from behind the scenes of that. And we'll continue with this amazing captain's log. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. If you are, don't forget to click like and subscribe and all that jazz. But anyway, until then, watch this. This is Samuel and myself doing our debriefing. Hey guys, so look who I found for my captain's log. I found this guy.
So is it Captain Commander's log, or am I just reporting to you for this log?
It's reporting to me, I guess.
Yes.
This is kind of like a mission debriefing
That
about
too.
our weekend, because it is now Thursday. We've been back. We've got a lot done filming wise and getting your perks and stuff ready and off. Well,
Yes.
not off yet. We're waiting for the funds to clear through Indiegogo. Make sure everybody's paid
I
up.
think we have like 30 tubes.
Oh, we got a lot of tubes.
This will be a hell of a postal. Sorry guys, bit of a queue. We're gonna make a bit of a queue. Another thing. Which is what we did in Ticonderoga as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, doing well.
We got some good news to report and some bad news. I mean, the mission went very successfully. Not as successfully as we had hoped, but we did get some extra stuff. The secret little project that we had at the beginning, which I think equals things out.
Yes, you guys have hopefully picked up on. We always try to do something extra. In America, we really push the boundaries. This time we made sure, I mean, you managed to organise something pretty amazing very, very quickly. and it went swimmingly, which is a phrase in England. Is that over here?
Yeah, that means it went very well.
Yeah,
yes.
very well.
But
Better than we.
it's hardly used, but we know
Yeah.
what it means.
So yeah, I think we're going to go through the trip bit by bit.
Yep.
The negatives and the positives, and then sort of summarise, and that'll be the debriefing / log. So why don't you start, Stuart?
This will be part of the captain's log. I'm going to fill you in on other goodies and stuff as well in the captain's log and show you some of the footage that we got during the weekend.
Oh yes, okay.
So
What's it full in it, is it?
yeah,
Cool.
yeah. I'll film an opening in it. You guys, you're in on the conversation. Anyway, so we went down actually to Pennsylvania first, which was
Yes.
about an 8-hour drive.
And it is worth saying, I flew in, we had half a day, 3/4 of a day here, then we went straight the next day. It was literally like, and we're off.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But that was okay.
That was fine.
Went for a nice long drive down to Pennsylvania, about 8 hours, same as the drive to Ticonderoga.
It felt shorter though.
It did.
There was a lot of windy roads though, which were kind of fun.
It did, yeah.
Yeah.
But we went down there to see an amazing prop builder
Yes.
by the name of Ken Palco.
Yes.
Now, Ken has worked on a lot of blockbusters over the
plethora.
years, yes.
I love that word.
Including Deadpool and so many others. He's worked on
X-Men.
Battlestar Galactica.
Yep. Continuum, Dark Matter, I think was Dark. I think. So.
Yeah, he did a bunch of other movies. He's currently working on Deadpool, or not Deadpool.
Deadpool 2.
Yeah, Deadpool 2.
And a TV
Deadpool 2.
And a TV show that we filmed a bit about that has not even come out yet, which we're excited about.
Which is called Altered State, or Altered Carbon.
Yes. Altered Carbon.
Yes.
That was kind of interesting.
Yeah, he's also working on the new X-Men movie.
Yes.
But anyway, so we got to join him in his shop. He's somebody I met at Wonderfest a few years ago. We've become friends. Amazing guy. We got to experience some firearms shooting. Yeah, he never shot one, but he shot one. You did pretty good. You did very good. Very
Thank
well.
you. Yeah, I don't know how much we can say about all that bit. So
No, we're not going to say too much, but there might be some footage. We'll see.
Yeah, I did very, very well, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, I had a good feeling about that.
Because Ken specializes in like weapons, like swords, guns, modifying actual firearms to fire blanks, and then modifying them to look like sci-fi guns from.
Yeah, his shop is so elaborate. I mean, he's got machining tools that can do the whole gambit. So if you need a standard, say Smith & Wesson, convert into something truly science fiction, give it to Ken. And he not only builds it, he also designs it. And every other thing, he was like, oh, you designed that too. And I know we both knew his repertoire, and we talked to him on Skype a little bit, and we knew he was certainly talented. But personally, for me being there, the amount of things he kept talking about and kept showing and kept, but also not in a bragging way, just in like a, oh yeah, this and this and this. So much more respect for the man because he's a true artist, but also really talented. So that was a lot of fun.
And the kindest guy. I mean, we went out for a few meals, and he picked up the tab, and that was
amazing.
really surprising. And I really was,
And got to hang with his fiance and his son, and stay in his house, and
meet his little Doberman.
He made a new best friend for life.
Mini pincer, Max. So
yes.
Yes. Anyway, so that was a great time. We got a lot filmed there. We're going to be having a new spin-off show. We're going to announce it here.
Oh.
A new spin-off show called Trekyards Armory, where we look at weapons and stuff, or just sci-fi props in general, based on different sci-fi franchises. And
I think we got between 8 and 11 videos made.
Yeah.
We wanted to do more, but timings were such, and he had work to do. Like he was working on Deadpool 2 and talking to us, so we were kind of like, what can I do, Ken? He's like, hey! And we were like, oh, okay. Yeah. But we had some lucky breaks there for you, scheduled to.
And Star Trek related, he worked on the phasers for Into Darkness.
He was the guy.
So we went through and looked at there's a video talking about the phaser and all the detail he put into it, which you never see, but there's amazing detail.
And he worked on Beyond as well.
Yes.
Those two Star Treks under his belt as well.
So, that was
fun.
That was the first part of the mission.
That was great.
We were there, went down Tuesday, we got there in the afternoon, stayed all day Wednesday, and half of the day on Thursday-ish, left around noon. And then it was a 5-hour drive down to Ticonderoga.
And that surprised you because it was mostly all straight.
Yeah, it was all interstate, and the way down there wasn't. It was odd the way it planned out. Anyway, so we went to Ticonderoga, checked into a hotel. We didn't go to the sets that day. We waited until the next day, Friday. Went in, and we had talked to James earlier, said we are going to be down. We're thinking of staying on Monday to film the sets and stuff.
Yep. A dedicated day that we can just spend a few hours getting all the things we need to do.
Yeah, but he said they were closed on Monday and that nobody would probably want to be there. So we're like, okay, well, what about Friday then? That's why we decided to leave on Thursday from Ken. So we had Friday. He said we'd call us back. That was like 2 weeks before the actual trip. Didn't hear back from him, so we just assumed that everything was kind of good. If we showed up, we could do something.
And obviously we were there extra. We had set time on the Friday and the Monday, so we had time either way. For it.
So we showed up on Friday, and he basically said we need to talk to you about filming. We won't be able to film while they're here. You can't film any of the tours.
Yes, Mike and Denise and Doug is a proper CBS thing, so we can't actually film them on the tours, unlike last year.
Yeah, which we didn't expect to do, really.
No, it was more about the cool shots of them saying, "Oh, look at this," rather than anything specifically.
Yeah.
Listen to the tour. But that was fine, and we booked some time. They gave us some time on end of Sunday. They said after we close on Sunday, you guys can film what you need.
And they said around 4 o'clock we could have an hour to 2 hours. Well, we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves here.
Well,
on Friday they had a grand opening for the beginning of summer for Ticonderoga. They had a grand opening for the set tours because last year it was open, but it wasn't really officially a set tour. Now it is. So they did a ribbon cutting ceremony, which we filmed.
It was nice.
The whole town showed up. The one of his teachers, one of James Hawley's teachers from grade 6 or something, and the town commerce people were there. It was really nice. His mom, we got to speak with his mom. So we got a tour from James, which we could film. So we got some footage of that for you guys here, which was awesome. And then, so that's why we couldn't film that day because there was a bunch of stuff going on, which kind of put a kibosh on our plans a little bit.
Well, they gave us some scheduling, like we said, the end of Sunday, and also they said, James said, you can film all day Monday, which was kind of nice.
Yes, absolutely.
We weren't expecting that, but obviously you wanted to go kind of early, so it's kind of like, okay, we'll fit some hours in the morning, what we need left to do. So we were like, okay, great, we're booked in, 2 bookings, okay, cool.
Yeah, and there was a few times where we could have gone around the sets to film because there was nothing going on really, but according to James and the crew, they didn't want us doing that, and
so we respected that.
We totally respect that. Because apparently with the contracts from CBS, you're not supposed to film while there's tours going, or while they're there, basically. I don't know what the deal is, but that's fine. So all weekend was fine. We
did we get the So Guys on the Friday?
Yes, no, maybe.
Because they flew on
They
Friday.
flew in late on
I
Friday.
think we said hi.
Yeah, the guys, Thomas Maroney and his friend Nick.
Yeah, because they fell asleep after. Remember, they asked the free stuff.
Yeah.
So we said hi to the Star Trek Online guys, which flew in to see us and the Star Trek Online sets.
And we got a bunch of free Star Trek Online swag, which I will show you in this video, just in a separate clip.
Amazing
stuff. Stuff we did not expect, for sure.
No, really amazing. Clearly like that we do content on this stuff, and we love doing content on this stuff, so it's a really nice, like, we're all the big Trek Happy Family moment, and it was great to meet Thomas finally in person, and one of the great environment artists who's done so much work on the show, Nick, was his name?
Nick, I can't remember his last name, it's with a D.
Yeah, and he's done so much stuff, and I think we'll get to bring on the show, because...
Yeah, we interviewed them, we got some good interviews.
That's the next thing.
So, I know, that's what we're bleeding into.
We are.
So we didn't go on our tours for the actual set tours with Michael and Denise because we'd paid for those, so we wanted to.
Yes, we actually had to pay this time, which was fine. We put that in. That's why Indiegogo has a little bit more of a needs to be covered this year.
Yeah.
And Saturday we weren't going to film anything formally because we booked Sunday and Monday, and we still went in the morning and said, "Hey guys."
But yeah, we need to make up presents and.
Yeah, we said hi to Doug because he'd got in.
But Saturday night was the dinner. First thing, Saturday night was the dinner after the Saturday events, which we were hanging around for. We interviewed one or two. It was odd because we interviewed 2 people coming off the tour
in the morning,
and then we went for lunch and we came back and they wouldn't even allow our cameras in there. Like things had changed that quickly, which shocked us. So
I think the clarification of you can't film them turned into you can't film while they're in the building
on the premises,
which we were
or whatever.
Again, it would have been nice to hear it beforehand, because we booked in extra days.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Saturday instead, because we knew we couldn't film anything formally, we filmed with Thomas Maroney and Nick, filmed some interviews, filmed some little pieces, talked to them, had a nice time. So we've got some great stuff with them coming up, guys. So that was a nice little bonus. It's an extra.
And getting back to the dinner. The dinner was awesome. We met quite a few Trekyards fans.
Yes.
Eric Gummerson and his brother Mark. They brought us actually up a little laminated Trekyards thing with our pictures and the logo, and they wanted us to sign it, which is awesome. We also signed their Ships of the Line calendar. We snagged Doug for a minute. So we snagged Doug. We needed him to sign some of your perks for the campaign. So we took him down to the car. We were signing them on the trunk of the car. Hanging out with Mark and Eric Gummerson. Really good time. Got some photos from that.
I got a sign from Michael and Lisa Kudo, which was lovely. They signed, well, the wrong book.
Yeah.
I brought the Doug book because they're both blue, so whoops, I got the wrong. But that's fine. That's mail signed by them as well. They were lovely.
And
Very
got
nice
photos with them. Yeah.
Very nice. I was we talked to them a little bit on the Saturday morning because they sort of walked in. I think it was that Saturday morning. But I got a little chat with them as well. And I knew about Trekyards and such. Got to meet them, and it was funny because those guys.
And they remembered me from Vegas from 2013,
Yeah.
which saw it.
And it's funny because those guys, you know, I think we've all seen them in the books, in the behind the scenes, the most of everybody. And so just seeing them in person, they haven't really changed much. It was like, oh yeah, there they are. You know, of course they're here. It wasn't as surreal because I feel like I'd seen them a lot more. So that was really nice. And yeah, lovely people.
On Saturday, we also got to interview them on the bridge, Michael and Denise and Doug as well. There was
Yes.
a press part at the end where we
Yes.
got like a limited 10-minute time to interview.
Yeah, we were told early on the Saturday that Sunday would be the press day. We were meant to go around and try to snag interviews with them between. Or this then changed when they said that we're not allowed to film in the building. So, okay. But yeah, I managed to get our 10 minutes of press time. There was 3 different interview bodies there. Pylon Trek, who arrived, another chap who we don't know, and then we got the last...
She was from Trek Court.
Oh, okay, Trekyards, brilliant. And then we got the last. It was like 9 minutes and 12 seconds on the camera. But we used the lights. We got a really nice thing. The shot was beautiful on the bridge. Really good interview. Lots of small questions. Yeah, that was really fun. That was a really nice experience to interview them properly.
And Saturday night also was it Saturday or Friday? Friday. Sorry, we missed something. Friday was James's birthday.
Yeah.
So after everything was closed, we got to stay for a pizza party, had birthday cake. We actually hung out on the bridge of the Enterprise and watched the snippets from the editing room floor from the Roddenberry vault with the Okudas there. Then they answered questions afterwards.
Yeah.
Then they were tired and had to leave, so we they wanted to watch Court Martial on the screen. We didn't really stay for that. We snagged the Okudas outside, got them to sign a few prints, which we'll be probably releasing in our next Indiegogo campaign. So
We didn't try
spoilers.
Yeah, we didn't do very many because time and whatnot. But we knew it was important to you guys to get a few things. So we put that. We fit it in. That was lucky. That was lucky timing. But to watch something that they did on the bridge with them commenting was a really fun experience.
And then we came up with the idea for Star Trek Online, guys. It'd be cool to play Star Trek Online on the bridge.
Well, they did. Thomas said, wouldn't it be cool? And we sort of ran with it. And what was the idea?
To play Star Trek Online on the bridge and do a cross promotion with Ticonderoga to pump the set tours.
Yeah, because they've just released the Agents of the Agents of Yesterday's pack has the bridge, has all the TOS sets, so they're
and we went to Mary Beth, who's in charge of pretty much everything
Events,
there, and talked to her, and she said absolutely not, cannot do that without CBS approval. We need to speak with John Van Sears and get approval before we film. And we said, well, can we film and have it, hold on to it until no, can't do that. There's no way it'll happen.
And it was a very impromptu idea.
Yeah.
And we sort of mentioned it, and then the Star Trek Online guys came in and actually mentioned it themselves. They pitched it to James directly, and he was a bit more inclined.
He said he would talk to John Van Sitters.
Yeah.
And then next day, we did our tour.
Was the Sunday, yes.
We did our tour in the morning.
Early. Yep. So and it was a really good tour. I went to many Doug ones last year because I filmed them, and it was better. It was really great to see the different styles and see Michael and Denise shine in their own ways. Yep, that was really nice.
All right.
That was nice.
Hold on. Just screwed up my train of thought there for a second.
One of the Sunday tours.
Tours. And then after our tour, we again tried to mention the idea because we hadn't heard back, and we got a lot of pushback again saying that's not going to happen. James was like, what's going on? Because people went up to him and said, these guys are trying to do this and film on the sets.
There's very limited direct communication.
Yeah.
So many people trying to micromanage.
The miscommunication there is kind of awful sometimes, which is a shame. But anyway, James called John Van Sitters directly on a Sunday, got a hold of him right away, and John said that was fine. So we started to scramble. We wrote up a quick script of what we're going to film of them, and then, long story short, we filmed a really great piece with Thomas Maroney in the captain's chair playing Star Trek Online on the big screen.
And he was nervous, but I think after the fact he was pretty amazed because that was an incredible experience to play his game, and we got some pictures of. I said, make sure you put your ship on the view screen, so I got a picture of him with his ship on the real Connie Bridge.
Yeah, which is awesome.
So I'm glad we made that sort of fan dream come true, and Nick as well. He got to be in that quite a lot as well. So
Yeah.
a great little cross promotion piece that we'll hopefully see one day in some form.
We'll see you soon.
Hopefully.
So anyway, we got that done for those guys, and also on that day we were out in the parking lot, and the guy's like, "Hey, you want to see something in my trunk?" And we're like, okay." Sounds kind of odd. And we had seen this guy the night before at the supper. He opened up his trunk, and he's actually a collector. He had an original series TOS Klingon Disruptor pistol that was actually screen used, sold at the Profiles of History auction for $35,000. We got to hold it. I got some pictures with it. We did a quick video piece on it where we both talked about its design and part of the Trekyards thing.
Yep.
So that's going to be fantastic. This one was actually owned by Matt Jeffries himself.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So that was cool. So that's something else that happened on the Sunday. And then we clarified with them because we thought we were filming 4 to 6, but apparently there was another tour at 4.
And also
So-
tour at 5 as well.
So anyway, long story short, we couldn't film on Sunday because everybody wanted to leave at the end of it. We were being rushed to film our Star Trek Online thing, but that was fine. Everybody was tired, and understandably so. And the Akutas had to get out of there, they weren't involved with what we were doing anyway. But anyway, so we were told to come back on the next morning,
Which
the
was
Monday.
already booked for a short time, but we said, James, can we just film longer? He was like, yep, absolutely.
Yeah. So he said he'd be there at 9, and I shook his hand a few times and reiterated the fact 9 o'clock because I wanted to leave relatively early because it's an 8-hour trip. I didn't want to be getting back too late.
But we were kind of excited though because obviously
yeah.
the 2 hours at the end of the day, everyone's kind of tired, and we are kind of tired. But going fresh at 9, no one there apart from James and a couple of volunteers, that would have been really good.
Yeah, because they're closed Monday, but they still like clean up and do things like that. So
Post event.
and we've been in there before in past years, same kind of thing where we get to wander around and do our filming. And last year we did all that, but unfortunately the footage got stolen. But so we got there at 9.
I was tired, early in the morning.
He was tired and grumpy.
Not grumpy, just
You're always grumpy. when you're
well.
but on the way there, we actually saw James with 2 of the ladies from the town, friends of his mom's or something. We waved at him, and that was like just before 9 o'clock. So we're like, it's probably going to be a few minutes late.
So in the car, just waiting. Nice sunny day. I got my Monster Energy drink because I'm that tired.
Yep. So we filmed a quick beginning of a captain's log in front of the set saying that we're going to be filming.
Yep.
And then one of the volunteers showed up, and so that encouraged me that somebody was going to be there because he didn't have a key though. So he went to get breakfast, came back about half hour later, still no James. About 20 after 10, he got a phone call, the volunteer, and apparently James was actually kind of snagged up with the city council because now that he's a part of the city council for Ticonderoga to help clean up the town and bring business to the town.
Yeah.
He got snagged, and he was going to be a couple more hours before he could even come and open the doors. So we're like, well, that absolutely sucks.
And it's a 9-hour trip back, so leaving anywhere later than a certain point is just...
Well, it's 8 hours, but seven and a half.
Well, 9 with the stopping for food and gas and stuff in there being.
Well, it's usually about 8, So yeah, we just decided that it was time to head home, which sucked because we didn't get the footage that we wanted there. We did get a lot of extra footage. We got the Thomas Maroney STO footage. We got all the Ken Palco stuff. We got some interviews. We got the James tour part of it, which you'll see here. So we did get a lot of stuff, just not what we wanted to, not what we were going to do when we got there, which kind of sucks.
Everything but what we planned.
Yeah, it was just a big massive miscommunication for the whole thing, even though we had tried to organize it earlier. But anyway, so I guess naming it the Wrath of Ticonderoga was a bad thing because it was
Or it was very apt.
Yes, either it was foreshadowing or it was, creating our own destiny for it. Maybe the next one we should call Ticonderoga Mission Canada 3, The Search for Actual Footage.
That's also very true.
It just kind of sucked. We saw a lot of opportunities where we could have gone in and got just what we needed, but we were very respectful of James and his crew. They are still getting their footing as far as CBS licensing goes and how these weekends work, so we didn't want to step on those toes.
And they're also not used to filming as extensive as we want. Normally it's just interviews with James, which they can just pull people in.
Yeah, we wanted to interview James as well on the Monday.
And look at the props, but this time has worked out. But yeah, we do a lot more filming with all different locations, so it needed more time and more just allowing us to do it. And those times just weren't worked out throughout the weekend. So yeah, a real shame. Each day we were kind of positive for the next day, but
the drive home for the first little while wasn't very pleasant. I was very not talkative because I was working
Well,
things out in my head, like,
Yeah.
how am I going to do damage control with you guys because we promised you all this footage. But I'm very confident we got enough film down there that you guys are going to benefit from it because we got a lot of great footage. And
We filmed a
good
lot of stuff here since we've been back.
Well, yeah, that was all right. That was all part of the plan initially, anyway.
Yes. Yes.
Though. So we're just missing the sweet TOS stuff. But I mean, I'm sure we can arrange a time to go down when there's not a weekend going on with somebody. Perhaps we don't know when, but if it's not a special weekend, I think it might be a lot easier.
Yeah, I think even though they do set tours all year round almost, you know, they're not used to these big events with, and 3 guests this time, so managing the times, and I think we know a lot of people didn't turn up for the earlier tours, they might then suddenly come to later ones, so just organisation is not there yet, but it's their second big event, so hopefully in a couple other film crews that aren't us can actually go and be, you know, have a book time and do it without any issue or hassle.
And in August, there is the Trek Condoroga, which we're guests at. I'm going to be going down. Samuel will be Skyping in. We're doing 2 panels.
Again, 2 days in a row.
Yeah, we're going to record the panels so you guys can see them as an episode if you can't make it down. But we're doing 2 panels this year. One on Trekyards, and it's going to be...
Evolution of the Captain's Chairs?
No, that's at the London Comic Con in October. That one's going to be what makes a good starship design. And the Trekyards one is going to be Star Trek versus Star Wars, a universe of difference as far as designs go.
So good luck to Star Wars.
Anyway, that should be interesting. We don't want it to be a versus thing because we love both. No. But yeah,
look how we do the show normally, and that'll be how we format it. You know, some nice, gentle, non-bashing version, which hopefully you guys will enjoy.
Yeah. So I think that's it for our debriefing on the mission tour. Not what we planned, but not a failure by any means. So
obviously we're working with another entity and with a CBS license, so there are hoops and ladders and there are lines, and unfortunately nothing was able to be worked out this time. And there's certainly a shame, but we tried. We were there 4 days, and like I say, we got something bonus each day.
Yes.
And obviously you guys saw, because Saturday we weren't allowed to do anything specifically. We were able to do all the Discovery bonus videos, which we would film and get out.
Yeah, we did the live Discovery stuff.
And that took quite a while to edit. I only had my laptop, and the internet in the Super 8 was pretty... Yeah, but you guys got those great videos, and you guys enjoyed them, so thank you so much for watching those. And we're glad we got those breaking news videos out, because that was something a lot of fun to talk about the new Discovery and the costumes and such. So thank you, Trek Movie, sorry, for the... for the costume diagram. Trek Movie, you guys are awesome.
Aaron Harvey did a good job on that.
Super talented.
Yes, and we talked to him about that actually while we're down there.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
So that's it for.
And one more little tease.
Ooh.
While we're down there, we got some new models, some new 3D models.
Ooh, yeah.
Which you'll see on Trekyards, which I'm very excited about. A lot of work to get them worked out, but the process has now started. Hell of a tease, but if you, they'll be very, very interesting. I've got some great plans with them.
Major ships, yeah.
Yeah, major ships. So that was a real bonus to be able to get those while we were there.
So it was a nice sprinkling of good and bad for this trip. But I think the good and the bad kind of balance out. Yeah, they don't outweigh one doesn't outweigh the other. I don't think.
We had a great dinner with Thomas, and we had a great. We had 2 dinners. It was nice to.
Yeah,
nice
got to hang out with Tom Baker. We got to hang out with the Parlon Trek guys, and that was fun.
Yes, we did.
Thomas Maroney from Star Trek Online and us. We did a podcast where we did Mountain Dew tasting, like 14 different flavors.
And Thomas was the official Mountain Dew professional there. He walked in, treated like a pro. That I think he's missed his calling. I think Star Trek Online should have been his hobby. This is his passion. I never had Mountain Dew ever. Because it's not a big. Well, it is a big thing in the UK, but not really. So I had 14 flavors in one go, and they're very, very similar.
Yeah, there's only like 3 available in Canada here, so it's cool.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, the Parlon Trek guys were good. They're from Quebec. They interviewed us before on their podcast. And it was cool hanging out with them. They're great guys.
It was hell of an experience. An experience beyond anything else.
Yeah. So we got to meet the Star Trek Online guys, those guys. So it was a fun weekend. We saw our good friend Thomas Baker again, who came down and hung out with us as well.
Honestly, a lot of Trekyards fans, and most people that are Trekyards fans didn't outright say, "Oh, Captain Foley, can I have your, shake your hand." Most people were a case of, if we got in the same sort of zone of them, they'd say, "Oh yeah, I've seen your show." We're like, "Oh, thanks."
Yeah.
Like it's just like a standard thing people watch.
Yeah. There was a few that were like, "Trekyards, nice to meet you. I love your work." A lot of that going on. But...
And even the collector chap who got the TOS thing.
Yeah.
Have you seen Trekyards? Oh no, but I know about you guys. So it's even reached those sorts of people. So I think the name is out there.
Yeah.
People don't always have all the time to watch it.
Yeah.
You guys are crazy to watch everything.
Yeah, and we're very eager to help promote the set tours for James, and
That was the point I was going, really.
Yeah. So maybe down the road we speak with John Van Sitters and get things worked out and planned for a weekend event.
Communication is the key. I think next time get everything solidly booked.
So let's hope for that, guys, and we will try to make that happen for you guys in the future. But that's where we stand with this one. So we didn't get quite the footage we needed, but we did get a lot of stuff that you didn't expect, and we wanted to share with you guys here. So stay tuned for all the goodness. We're gonna back up all the files before he leaves.
Oh, we already have been.
Exactly.
Everything's gonna be on his new hard drive. Didn't have last year. So you'll have everything. I'll have everything. I'll have everything twice.
So nothing's gonna get stolen this time. It's the end of the story.
That again, that rare. The first Mission America, nothing happened for footage, and that was like 180 gigs. So it's fine, guys. We know how to do it. That was just an unfortunate
fluke.
I mean, people steal shit. That's what happens. I will say one last little tease, Stuart. We might just be piloting a new show while we're here together. Your idea. I'm so excited.
We'll see how that goes. I'm not saying anything else about that. That's a tease for you guys.
Yeah. We always have new ideas. That's what we're.
Yes.
We don't just stand on our laurels. We always try and create new footage, new opportunities, new things. For
New
you guys
show,
to
new
see.
show ideas. Yeah, absolutely.
And as we're saying, the lights are being used right now for the improved video. So all this kit will be used for a long time to come. And did make a difference in the Star Trek Online short.
Yeah,
we'll say.
and as we did kind of mention too, there is a tease with October. There's the London Comic Con here, where Shatner's going to be here. There's a captain's chair being brought in, thanks to us, because
We know
the show organizer asked me if I could get a captain's chair. I had like 4 that I was looking at. Finally got one. Apparently Shatner won't sit in it for CBS suing him, which has happened before. Seems odd to me, but anyway, the chair is going to be there for people to get their photos in. Trekyards is taking care of the chair for the entire weekend. It's kind of a sponsored by Trekyards thing. So come get your picture in the chair if you're in London, Ontario.
So the captain gets to have his own captain's chair that he runs. Nice.
And that's October 13th and 5th through the 15th. We're also doing a live panel there as well on the evolution of the captain's chair.
Yeah.
So not just the Enterprise one, but just captain's chairs of over the years.
And I hope it won't be too cold where I am, because I'll be in my
That's
office.
right. That's right. So we'll have a captain's chair and a set piece for behind it, so you guys can get your photos there if you're interested. So that's something exciting too. October 13th and 15th in London, Ontario.
And come up to the Murfield event, which is where we got the Patrick Stewart signs for to support the charity. I believe you are probably Skyping. I think we assumed that you are, so we haven't organised it yet.
Yeah.
But
it's the first time hearing about it.
I'm hosting a Trekyards. We're doing a multiple day event. The Saturday is hosted by another Trek group, but I'm there as their special guest, and the Sunday is Trekyards / I can't remember the website's name, but Mark Gill's website, really good amount of information on his site. We're dual hosting, although sort of Trekyards is the name brand, as it were, and Mark is my second in command for the whole weekend, which is really exciting. He basically said to me, let's do everything, and I was like, yes, Mark, absolutely. And we'll be doing, hopefully getting Andrew Probert in. He has confirmed as much as he can, but he's doing some personal things around that time, so hopefully get him in, hopefully get Stuart in, do some live panels there. So if you're in England and want to go to Murfield, it's in July, end of July, I believe, or early August. I think it's right at the end of July. It's the thing straight after this trip. But since this trip was quite big, I haven't put as much time to it as I wanted to, because this has been quite a big trip.
We'll have that, then we'll have Ticonderoga, so we got to plan for that too.
Yeah, there's constant events. I just wish more of them involved us flying to see each other. This is still a rare event.
That'll happen. We're just coming up on 3 years. We're still young as far as the show goes. So we've got a lot of things in the works, kind of our fingers and different things that we want to explore as far as conventions and stuff goes. So
we still have like a set of Fleet Yards guests, guys.
we actually have our next. We think we have one of our next mission trips started to be planned with the Star Trek online guys, but we're not sure yet. We're just
that was where I wanted to go next, but boy, had that possibly expanded something really exciting.
But more about that later. Anyway, we're running kind of long, guys, so I want to show you all the footage that we got from the weekend and share a few other things with you in this captain's log. So while he's here, say hi.
Hello.
But enjoy the rest of the log, guys.
Yes.
And
it's
how
great
do you want to close out?
Great to be here. Great to be. I think it's my second captain's log. I was here last year. 7 months apart. Jeez, needs to be more regular. But it's always great to see this guy in real life and see behind the curtain of what else is in the room, because there's pipes and wood and it's fancy here though.
Well, it makes it sound so unexciting.
This is exciting.
Anyway, guys, enjoy the footage, and I'll be back at the very end just to say a good quick closeout, and he'll be gone by then probably. But anyway, it was nice having you here, Commander. Oh. And yeah, enjoy the footage, guys.
Yes. Right.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the grand opening, ribbon cutting, and summer kickoff celebration as part of the Ultimate Insiders Weekend here at Star Trek Original Series Set Tour and the Ticonderoga area's newest attraction. This venture by James Colley in coordination with CBS has already had a significant economic impact on the Ticonderoga area and the region, and it will continue for many years to come. Star Trek Original Series Set Tour is drawing thousands of people and introducing them to the Ticonderoga area and all it has to offer. We look forward to working with James and his team for many years to come. Together is the only way we will succeed in all of our continuing efforts to make the Ticonderoga area an exceptional place to live, work, and visit. We are grateful and honored to be part of today's event. Please use today as an opportunity to get to know this newest business in Ticonderoga if you haven't done so already. At this time, I would like to introduce Bob Diedrich, who represents the Ticonderoga-Montcalm Street Partnership. Bob?
On a personal note and a professional note, okay? A personal note first. My name is Bob Diedrich. I was educated here for 35 years, and 10 years prior. After that, I was a supervisor of town Ticonderoga. This gentleman on my right, on a personal note, born and raised in Trekyards, as you all know. And he has a huge love for this community. And it's through his tremendous efforts and spirit, his enthusiasm, that has brought one of the main businesses here to downtown Trekyards. He and I walked this street when we were kids. We remember the street as it was. It was marvelous with the International Paper Company right here in the background, with 600 employees, no bypass. Everybody came to the village. We remember this well, and as a personal friend, I am so delighted that he picked Ticonderoga to come back here, where his roots are, to start this business. Thank you very much. On a professional note, I'm the one of the board of directors on the Ticonderoga-Montcalm Street Partnership, as well as Joyce Cooper. There's several of us here. We started this in 2003 when I was supervisor of the town of Trekyards, and our main mission, our whole goal, was simply to get cash registers ringing for every merchant in downtown Trekyards. Our area goes from the monument all the way through Main Street to the Four Corners, and we've worked pretty diligently. There's probably about 14 or 15 of us that are really committed to bringing around downtown. Jim now is part of the Ticonderoga-Montcalm Street Partnership, so we're going to do everything in our power to make sure that this business is successful. And, you know, I'm upset. Lost my train of thought. But as part of Ticonderoga-Montcalm Street Partnership, we had a meeting the other night, and I want to announce that Jim has volunteered to become a member of the board of directors on the Ticonderoga-Montcalm Street Partnership. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Jimmy. I'm so excited for you.
I turned 50 today. You were my sixth grade school teacher.
He keeps bringing that up. I turned 70 last week.
At this time, I'd like to introduce Joe Giordano, who's the town of Ticonderoga supervisor. Joe?
Thank you. I have a short story to share. I've been a supervisor now for just a year and a half, and several months ago I received a phone call from a pilot who was traveling from Alaska to Maine and called to find out whether he could stop over and take a tour of Star Trek Studios. So I called Jim, and Jim accommodated. I think he picked him up personally. And then afterwards, Jim said, well, maybe next year we could try to get some money in the budget to get a transporter at the airport to alleviate this having to shuttle anyone over. Anyway, anyone who's ever watched Star Trek knows that the Enterprise is the center of the universe. And now that the Enterprise is docked here, we are fortunate to welcome visitors worldwide, whether by air, land, water, or transporter. The town is truly excited by the masses of people, not only gathered here, but that have come here over the last several years to explore all that Ticonderoga has to offer. For where else can you experience both the 18th century and the 23rd century all in the same day? So congratulations, Jim, and congratulations on Star Trek.
And I think he needs no introduction, but at this time I'll ask James Colley, Star Trek from Star Trek Original Series Set Tour, join us up here at the podium, say a few words. Star Trek.
Who's this guy?
Elvis!
Elvis, that's right. No. I just want to take a minute to say thank you. When I came up with this idea a number of years ago, it was just a hobby. It was a way for my fellow friends and fans to get together to celebrate the one thing that we all love. Never did I ever dream that I'd be standing here today with all of you people and with my friends from Star Trek and be able to open the doors and celebrate Star Trek with the public. So I want to say thank you first and foremost to all of my friends and fans who've been coming here all these years to support us. I also want to give a big shout out to CBS, who owns Star Trek and generously licensed this facility for the fans to come and enjoy. It wouldn't be here at all without the support of my family, my grandfather Gordon, who started building this with me, and my mom, who has, for good or bad, supported me through the years with this thing, and it stood by me. So, if you haven't come in, we want you to come in today. We want you to take a stroll around. It's not about being on a spaceship so much as it is about educating people what it was like to have made a television series 50 years ago, and what it took to build this global franchise that people love, that just will not die. Star Trek is 51 years old this year, and I think we're all going to, stand here and realize that Star Trek will be here in another 50 years. So, we all hope so. And a little plug for Star Trek itself. We have a new TV series coming on in September, right? 23rd? 24th. 22nd. So what is the 6th series? Losing track. The 6th television series. It just keeps going on and on and on. And there's two people here today that I keep gesturing to or talking to. I want to introduce these folks to you. This is Michael and Denise Okuda. They both are the husband and wife. They worked in the Star Trek art department for almost 20 years on series after series, feature film. So we are thrilled and honored that they came here this weekend. Also, I do want to thank the Main Street Partnership. Since I am now invested in downtown Ticonderoga, I'm here every day. I've made it a personal crusade to make sure the streets are clean and to try to help do things around here. And they graciously offered me the chance to join their group and do that collectively. Ticonderoga is a small town, and as Bob said, those of us that live here know each other, and I'm a firm believer that if we don't work together and we don't communicate, we can do nothing. So we rise and fall together. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate it.
So before we actually get to the ribbon cutting part, I'm going to have you all join me in singing happy birthday to Mr. Colley.
Say it's your birthday.
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear James. Happy birthday to you.
These are, wow, these are heavy duty.
Let's try sewing with those.
Don't hurt yourself.
We welcome anyone who would like to be in the picture, who's not photographing
Hey
or
Bob,
videoing
we
to
can
be
weed
in the
around the
picture.
monument with these.
Anyone who spoke today, please come up. Anyone involved in this amazing project, please come up. Welcome to join us behind the ribbon. John, you're gonna. Jen will have you stand
I stay out of reach of the way, I hope.
So then what you're going to do is you're going to put the scissors like you're going to cut.
Like that.
Yeah.
Right on the line.
And you're going to let everybody take a picture.
Okay. Look, Elvis with silly scissors.
Well, let's officially kick off summer.
All right.
I'll give a plug. Andrew from Libby's keeps his scissors nice and sharp for us. So.
Hey guys, please, while we're all together, there's been a lot of people doing a lot of good things, so the volunteers don't get enough recognition. There's a lot of them. Let's applaud the volunteers. See Leslie, where's John? Is John
John's here.
tirelessly putting this together for years and years and years, and so many things go on, and I'm just as guilty of it as everybody. So much work goes on, we don't always know who does it, Matt and Molly. So all these people that tried to bring the downtown back here, we collectively just...
I hope you appreciate your range to have the streets washed.
You guys are good. I did. I said enough. Come on. Dramatic.
So those of you that want to come in, please.
It's air conditioned.
It's going to be. Let's go. Actor on the show. This is what you would see behind the scenes. Plywood. Sets are made out of plywood, plastic, and whatever they can do to create reality every day. The Motorola flip phone was based on the Star Trek communicator from the television series. They would flip it open and it would call the ship from the ground. Dr. McCoy's hypo that he would use to treat patients is now the EpiPen. The pad device that they would carry around on the ship and write their information in and would magically send it into the computer is now the Apple iPad. Floppy disks were first seen on Star Trek. They were little cardboard disks called data cards. So a lot of the things that they were coming up with 50 years ago just put up different ones. Legend has it that a lot of these things were just bits of throwaway, styrofoam packaging, things that they might have shipped their typewriters to the studio in. They painted them different colors and hung them on the walls because they didn't have a lot of money. I mean, they had money, but not a lot of money. So let's kind of figure it out. Once locked into place, the screens would come on, and if you'll notice, the computer magically reads all of your bio functions, your heart rate, your lungs, your brain functions, the whole 9 yards. We actually have equipment that does some of these things today. Now, if you were sick, Dr. McCoy would have admitted you to this room. This is the actual sick bay aboard the ship. Take a look at the wild fabric on the bed. It was actually originally made in the 1960s. It's no longer made. We had to commission it and have the fabric remade for the tour. Once you look at it, it screams 1960s and not so much 21st century. Why on earth would a doctor have those in his medical cabinet? Well, because they look interesting and they photographed really cool. They didn't have to explain things to you, and the camera never got close, so it just looked like an interesting shape in the cabinet. What about the silver containers there at the bottom? Anybody know what they are? A lot of guys come in here and tell me 60s. Of course, John F. Kennedy was elected president of the United States in 1960, and with that, he promised to land a man on the moon by the end of the decade, a promise which was fulfilled. But toy companies got on board, the space race was spurred, and they did all these futuristic games, and when the production team saw them, they decided to include them on the show because one, they were inexpensive, and two, they looked really cool on camera. Down here at the end of the table is Mr. Spock's harp that he would play to entertain and relax himself. The original was nothing more than a Star Trek fan is not afraid to open their mouth and tell you that it's wrong. So we do our best to avoid it. So the next room over is the laboratory, the trigger sprayer. So he saw them and incorporated them into the sets on Star Trek. Today we look at them and go, oh, they're ketchup dispensers and Windex bottles and all of these things. But at that time they were marvels of the up-and-coming future. Take a look at the plan in front of me, guys. This is Stage 9, Desilu Studios in 1966. This is the exact layout that you've been following today. We made our entrance into the corridor here, and we banked into the transporter room, came back out to the magic corridor, into the sick bay, over here to the briefing room, into McCoy's office, through the door, and now we're all standing right here in the laboratory. So you can see we've matched the layout and size exactly the way it was when the actors went to work, which is one of the reasons why we like to leave this afternoon. Some of the guys that dedicate their time to building the crop reproductions was this was Dr. McCoy's bio computer. It doesn't look much like a computer today, but for some reason in the 1960s, flashing lights meant that the computer was actually thinking. So every one of these things actually works. You can turn them on and push buttons and change the lights. You can make it think. You can put your floppy disk inside to record on. Dr. McCoy could even put samples in the side and scan. So this is the amount of work that these guys put into all of this stuff every day when they build something. They're so totally dedicated to the franchise that they want the fans to come here and feel like they've actually stepped back into time. We're going to go this way and across the corridor into Captain Kirk's quarters, so I expect the ladies to behave themselves. So the Enterprise has a crew of 400 people, but you can't build 400 individual rooms for the crew. So they built a double stateroom. And if the scripts hadn't had to be Captain Kirk's quarters, they'd set it up with certain furnishings and it would be a certain way. And then next week it might have to be Spock's quarters, so they take all this furniture out and they flip the room and they put the bed over here and they put different furnishings in. and it will become spot shot for the camera, and then without adding it, so the illusion is totally going to be complete. But this is the work point, and you're going to be surprised. If you stand back here and hold your camera up on it, Carl's going to look like he's about 2.5 feet tall, and that thing looks like it goes back through mine. Let's take a look at it. Carl, stand right in front of that door. Put your camera lenses on, even for your cell phone, you're going to be shocked at what it looks like. It's all an optical illusion for the camera. Keep finding the right mixture of light and film stock to get the yellow brick road to be yellow. Really? I don't think so. Oh, you're real captain. Come on, Leslie. Take command. You should do it. I know what. Also, one thing I don't realize you made.
My function is to probe biological infestations to destroy that which is not perfect. Analysis complete. Insufficient data to result. But my programming evolved. My purpose remains. I am no man. I am perfect. That which is imperfect must be terrible. I am no man. I am perfect. That which is imperfect must be terrible.
No. Yeah. Yes. Like
I was gonna go to the dealer. I'm like, can you take it off because legally I don't even have to wear it.
A lot of people don't know.
Technically,
You get about a minute and a half of this part goes.
technically, you just plug it in behind you and then switch.
In the seat.
So no sensor. Even if it's buckled, it should be. Well, you know what I meant?
It's funny, but sometimes it has to, the new one's gonna help that it's a person.
Yes.
Right, exactly. Yeah, obviously this was not that, so you literally adjust the pressure, so it'll even turn off the airbag.
Well, mine turns on my air. It'll say off because there's nobody there. That's right.
My first has honeybee. Yellow with honeybee. I was yellow with the wood. The thing is, on Montego, you know what that giant heavy car? It was like, that thing had a 400 cubic inch beginning and a big ball. Stopped on a dime. You could fold it back, sit down, had a metal.
Hey guys, Captain's Log, start date, whenever.
Yeah, if you can hear us, we've got a special guest today. And
He is Baylock.
yeah. I think we've had him before on our show.
We have, yep. And we interviewed him and he was very quiet. Today he was chatting up a storm, so we're going to talk to him now. And so, what do you think of the way they've changed the...
But he hasn't blinked in the last minute. He's trying to freeze us out. He's trying to say he doesn't want to talk to us again for a second time in a row.
Probably, I think he's...
What's that face? What is it? I mean, what's he saying to us? Is that saying go away? Is that saying come closer? I can't even tell.
Anyway, guys, so it's James Colley's birthday today. They're going to do pizza party thing here for him later at 6, which we're going to be here for, but probably won't film anything at it because, you know, just don't want to intrude.
Well, it's nice to be on a legend's birthday, too. That's nice.
Yeah.
We flew a long way. I flew a long way. You drove a long way. Both drove a long way.
Absolutely.
We just did some stuff on the sets. A little bit. Not a lot today. A little bit today.
Yeah, and we got the Parlon's Trek guys here.
They're filming.
They're looking at all the props in the case,
Film section.
which we should move because we were on their podcast, and yeah, so.
So lots to do, lots planned. It's going to be interesting. And then Thomas Maroney will come in a few hours and we can say to him.
Yeah, we're gonna go for drinks later with them and stuff. So
That'd be good.
It should be fun. We got a lot planned for this weekend, so a lot of work, but a lot of fun as well. So don't worry, guys, that are freaking out that we're not going to take a break. We are.
Well, sort of. Half breaks.
Yes.
Half breaks.
But anyway, guys, see you soon.
Wish us luck.
I might have been missing, and it didn't happen. So, same way with me. I mean, you know, everybody I talk to is like, oh no.
But it looks good this way. It's
Every 6 months.
Hey guys, jumping back on here for a second. Sorry about the length of this video, but this is kind of the whole adventure all wrapped up into one, so hope you guys are enjoying it. As part of this thing, when we were at Ken's, he actually is friends with Doug Drexler, and apparently Doug owes him a favor. Kenny said, when you see Doug, tell him that what I want for him to pay me back is I want his Oscar for his work on Dick Tracy, because prop makers don't get Oscars. So he could... Anyway, the joke was he wanted Doug's Oscar, which we actually asked Doug about, and yeah, here's Doug's response to that.
Shoot, Ken, it's yours. I always intended to give it to you, but I just forgot the last time you were over, so absolutely, it's all yours. I don't want it anyway, it just gets in the way. And, you know, for years I used to keep it in my sock drawer, wrapped in my underpants. So if you still want it, it's all yours.
So as always, a funny guy. Doug is amazing. So that was the Saturday events. That was the whole Saturday events, just there. Now the next day is the Sunday, where we didn't do a whole lot on the sets. There was a point where we were across the street getting some food, and it started raining, and then Doug and Michael, Doug Drexler and Michael Okuda came out of the sets. They wanted to go for lunch. They went to a place down the street and then decided to come into the place we were at. So that's this footage. And then you're going to see the footage on the Monday morning, where we were excited to film and then got the news that we wouldn't be filming. So that'll be the next section here. So.
Paparazzi! Hey guys, how's it going?
There's some kibble down for these guys, that's what I do.
Welcome.
Hi.
You guys eating? Is it lunch?
It's lunch. Yeah, you guys have to have a schedule, huh?
Yeah, hey Mike.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if I have the AC. I know I have
Only in Ticonderoga. What happens in Ticonderoga?
Shit, we can't badmouth them anymore.
Stays in Ticonderoga.
Crap behind the back.
Hey guys.
Morning.
How you doing? Morning. We're here at the...
You're not talking about you.
No, I'm not talking. Talking to those wonderful people.
You wonderful people who aren't here today at the...
Ta-da! Original series set tours.
Last day here. We were here on Thursday. Got here Thursday.
Thursday.
It's now Monday. Longest trip here by far.
Yeah.
Lots of tours. We weren't on any of them, apart from one. Apart from one formally.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna hopefully film. We hope.
Yeah. James told us to meet him here today at 9. It's 10 after 9. We're still waiting, so hopefully we can get in there and film some stuff, and then we're heading back later today.
Oh gosh, how long is that drive?
7.5 hours, but if we stop for lunch, which we will, it'll be like closer to 8. So
the size of my country. Yay. I've always got a nice little break so I fly back, so.
Yeah, I got another week to...
I don't know how many days. It's what date is it today? I don't know if I'm live talking.
Date?
It's the 26th. So yeah, got a good, yeah.
Yeah, you fly out on the 3rd.
So, yeah. So yeah, sunny. It's a bit cold here actually. A lot of rain. Every place we go, I bring rain, and I'm really sorry. Although it's quite funny.
I mean, he is sorry, but he's not sorry. Apparently it's hot over in England again today, from what I've read, yeah.
Yeah, we've been having absolute heat waves. I don't like heat waves personally. So being in the hotter part of the world, when it's been cooler, is lovely. And then obviously aircon on top of that, so it's lovely. If I can just skip all of summer, I'm fine with that. Because you know what, filming this guy in 30 degrees with no ventilation, well, I bought a fan now, finally.
That happens a lot in Ticonderoga. It's like an air raid siren.
But nothing ever happens.
I don't know what it's about.
It's you're still in Ticonderoga, you're not dreaming.
Yeah. Or you're still in Ticonderoga, wake up because it's so damn boring. I don't want to insult the people from Ticonderoga, but...
We only did one thing and done a few times now. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so my room is very, very hot when I film, and we tend to film for a good 2-3 hours at a go on a full day, and it gets pretty pretty hot. So I'm kind of glad, I'm looking forward to it not being hot again. It's been pretty pleasant the last couple of times.
Yeah.
So what were your thoughts about going today? Actually filming the sets. We've got kit this time. How do you feel about having more studio stuff?
Super excited. I just wish the people were here when so we could be already like half done.
Half done.
A quarter done.
11 minutes, half done. But it's gonna be a bit different. We've got 3 lights. You can make the joke if you want to do it.
I'm not gonna make the joke.
Okay, good.
But there are 4 lights.
One on the one on the phone, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's great about that is that some of the sets are just incredibly dark. Engineering is actually just normally it's actually pretty damn dark.
Yeah, they need to do something about that.
And most other rooms are fine, but they need just more bumping up light, and then we'll do our thing. We'll walk around. We'll do our bits to camera, cutaways. Hopefully, I mean that's going to be time crunch time because we've had a very, very, very short window.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, over a 4-day period.
Yeah. Well, due to the licensing and stuff, we couldn't film all the celebrities were on the property kind of thing.
Which is left to the full day is basically void.
Which is fine. We just didn't know that coming in.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. Communication, big thing, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
we'll manage. We'll try to get what we can.
We're here.
Still waiting for James and some of the volunteers to show up. I don't know if they're closed today. It says closed Monday.
Well, they're formally closed.
Yeah.
But obviously they use closed days to tidy, to clean, to...
Yeah.
I mean, while we were there, one of the TNG prop makers was actually helping set up some little pieces in the...
Ed Marachi.
Yeah,
I can't pronounce his last name, but it's Ed.
He designed the Nebula class.
Yeah,
The original.
Built a lot of props for TNG. So.
Yep. So it might be a good go. Well, we have a lot of details. So how do you talk to him too? On the show?
Yeah.
Very soft-spoken man.
But other than that, it was a great weekend. Shared a lot of pictures and stuff.
Yes, they're nice.
I'll be sharing more in the captain's log and stuff.
The funny part about not being a film is that you take a lot more pictures.
Yeah.
So I got a couple of really nice ones with the guys on the bridge.
Well, the first day we filmed, when they did the grand opening for the set tour and for the kickoff of summer in Ticonderoga, we got to do a tour with James. Got some footage from that.
That was good.
Which was fine. And
I've never seen James Cole before. So that was new. We always see the celebrity ones or one of the crew ones. So it's nice to see James one.
Yeah, so we'll definitely share footage of that. And yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna call it a wrap for now.
Okay.
Waiting for somebody to come.
Call it a wrap and then start the actual filming.
Yes. Call it a wrap for the unofficial crap.
That's a wrap.
No, it's a pita.
It's a chicken. I know, I was about to say it's a chicken wrap. Bye, guys.
Anyway, see ya. Well, guys, we've been waiting here for an hour and 20 minutes and just got informed that James won't be coming today, that sets won't be closed, so we've basically been screwed out of our filming for the whole weekend, which kind of sucks.
It's true. Have you ever seen me angry? Like, actually angry?
Nope.
I haven't been angry for a while. I'm not used to dealing with it. And I'm trying to keep it all bottled in. It's kind of difficult. So I'm not gonna react too much, but I'm incredibly angry.
Well, yeah.
For multiple reasons. And we're never going to release this, but we're sorry to you fans, but we tried our absolute hardest. And I'm just angry. I was absolutely angry. So
yeah, we kept getting pushed back and told we should film at a certain time and a certain day. We'd come back and it would be a no-go, and then we were told to come back today at 9, and because they were closed, but James was going to be here and the sets would be up and running. We just got told by one of the volunteers that James called them and said that he's got something to do with the city, and here we are, basically just screwed. But it's okay because we're going to get home earlier, and we did get a lot of other footage for you guys and stuff, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, Samuel's upset. I'm pissed off too, but it's one of those things you can't do anything about it, so why let it bother you that much, you know what I mean? So anyway, guys, see ya.
And that's the disappointment part. So it kind of sucked the way it worked out. But we did get a lot of cool footage. You've got over 2 hours of Captain's Log to go through, and I apologize for the length of this, but I didn't expect it to be this long, but I really want to include all this stuff for you. There's still some other bonus goodies that aren't in here, but we're just going to wrap it up now, because what happened was Samuel, of course, was here for Canada Day at the 150th, so we went to a fireworks display near my home. They also had a drone show, so a drone show and fireworks display. We'll show you some clips of that, and then saying goodbye to Samuel at the airport, and then I will come back on and just wrap up the video. So enjoy the last little bit, which is Canada Day celebrations. Samuel was talking to me while I was filming the fireworks. I didn't really realize it. So you get to hear what he's talking about, and it's interesting. So it's Canada Day celebrations, and then saying goodbye at the airport, and then I'll be right back.
Could you imagine though, hundreds of these? That's a fireworks show. That's something else. Oh, it's regular one. Oh. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, my DSLR would sort of be good now, but at the same time, probably be good enough. I can definitely hear them. See, UFO is just drones now, aren't they? You could do it, if you had enough, you could make an enterprise. Yeah, Maple Leaf again? Yeah.
We're easily amused as Canadians.
Yeah. To be fair though, much easier than the red, white and blue, because that'd be a hell of every star. Well, you can see a couple of drones on actually on that one.
And I'll swing around and show it this way.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be pretty cool.
One of them must burn out. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, dying. Battery's dying.
Oh, I missed that. It's worth a firework.
Or they did rocket ship on it. Did you guys see that? Yeah, that was
What's this maniac's thing? You see that, eh?
rocket ship.
That's probably hilarious. Also possibly that. So that guy got a nice hand.
So guys, we are at the airport. It is time for him to be taken off.
Look at the bag, Stuart. Bag.
Yeah.
All packed and ready, and a bit more tight fit this time because we got a few little things, a few shirts from fans. I brought a few things back home. And,
yeah. So some cool stuff. We had a fun time, but it's time to say goodbye.
But this time, like the first time when we got screwed out of our goodbye, the second time we said bye at a train station, very early in the morning. Neither of us were in the mood for it. This time, he's actually saying goodbye at the actual airport. We finally made it after a year and a half. So give me an actual hug.
Aww. See you later, man.
And I'm sure we'll be back
Safe
soon.
travels.
Thank you. It is it's already been delayed. We know that, so I'm going to hear a little bit.
Oh, 45 minutes. That's not too bad. Hopefully it'll fix
yeah.
it.
I got my laptop. I've got my laptop. 3 times a
And I have the backup of the footage. He has backup of the footage in a separate area.
Yep.
So
if everything gets taken, everything I have on me, then we're screwed. That's a lot of stuff, and we're going to hand it off in about 2 minutes. So yeah, everything's ready. I'll work on for the plane leaves probably.
Yeah.
And hopefully it goes well, and hopefully I get home at 10, well, I'm probably like 11 now in the morning, do a full day, tell the parents, and then go to sleep and hopefully not be jet lagged too much, because this way around no jet lag, that way around jet lag.
That's right.
But thank you for dropping me off, Stuart, I really appreciate it.
No problem.
And I guess I'll see you next time, or you'll come to England. We will see when we plan the expedition trip, but I'm sure it'll be extraordinary.
We have some ideas.
We do, we always plan. Anyway guys,
nice wrap up to this whole thing, and
thank you for yet another hospitable and being part of your family trip in Canada. Appreciate it.
All right, cool.
All right, bye guys.
Bye.
So guys, that's it for this Mission Canada 2 Wrath of Ticonderoga Captain's Log wrap up and review. Hope you enjoyed it. It was 2 hours of our trip. Basically, there are other things that happened, of course, lots of little details and things. We did a lot of live broadcasts. We did some Discovery, breaking news stuff, and yeah, a lot of live Q&As and things, which were posted at the time, so they are on the channel, so check those out as well. And hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, please let me know. Please like and subscribe. I'm sorry for the length of the video, but it's just I wanted to include all this stuff for you guys, and only the